All right, I'm going to continue to play get the wolves in the box game here at your local carnival. And when I win a stuffed animal, a small stuffed animal, I will be back. Howdy, folks, and welcome back to ARK Adventures, playing ARK Survival Evolved on the Play Pals server. And we're back up here at our Eagle's Nest, and I went ahead and got a whole bunch of extra resources to build a bunch of stuff. Not the stone, because we're going to be able to harvest the stone here, but the stuff that's harder to get. And pre-built a bunch of stuff already on Emma here, so I'm going to grab the doors, although I probably should have made 2 more doors, because I just realized I didn't make any doors for the front. I've got some electricity stuff here, some beds, things to put down, that sort of thing. We'll do that in a little bit, but I'm going to grab these walls as well right now. And if I can move, and I sure can. I keep seeing these shadows like something is following me. Let's go ahead and throw these doors on the front, and then make 2 more in a bit here for the back. But I wanted to bring up, see, this is going to be where our door is to the outside, the back patio. I think that's correct orientation, it sure is. And repeat the process over here. Okay, and again, I'll make the doors in a bit. I don't think we're going to have any windows on the back. I think the windows this time are going to be on the side over here. So I think we'll put a window there. I wonder what it was trying to snap onto a moment before I pulled it back there, where it was red. That was kind of low. All right, so now we've got a window down to that path, which is pretty cool. And then a window out to this great view of the volcano. Might have to crouch a little to get a perfect view of it. It's pretty cool. And now we've got a bunch of walls. Let's go ahead and at least frame up the, or wall up the outside at the first level here, so you can see what the wall situation is going to be. And there we go. And over here as well. And I know I'm going to have to make a whole bunch more materials here. That's why I brought up the wood, thatch, and a little bit of fiber. I see that snow, and it kind of looks like sparks. I'm like, what? Look at that. It kind of looks like sparks. So what kind of electricity do we have over here? Need more, so easily we can wall up the back. Where our, I don't know, I think this is where our industrial forge is going to be. In the back center, but I don't know. We'll find out. Here's our back patio. Looks pretty cool so far. It's going to look a lot better once we have the rest of the building in place. So let's go ahead and build up over here, up to the height of the dino gate. Looks like that's going to be the height we go for the, at least for the front of the building, to match this gate. Okay, we're going to have to make more stuff now. Let's go ahead and do that. And while I do that, you guys can skip forward, because I don't think you want to see me crafting a whole bunch of stuff. But I'm gonna finish the walls here, and then I'm going to. I think I'm just going to slope down just one bit on either side, and I think it'll do it all the way down along the length of the building. So I'm going to make a whole bunch of stuff, build this up, and I'll be back. All right, we are back for a moment, and while we're out gathering stuff, I thought I should bridge this gap. I can jump it just fine. It's just I got tired of jumping it, and I was always worried that I would come across overburdened, so I couldn't jump. I did that once. What I did was I just got to the edge, and I pointed up and threw a box of rocks across, and then jumped and picked it up. But all I did here is there's a little ledge there, so I threw 2 stone pillars down, threw a ceiling on it, ceiling out there, ceiling to the left, ceiling over here, and then put up a couple of stone rails. The reason I put up the stone rails is really so it's easier to see the bridge from the other side, especially because I was running up here when I only had the 2 across, and I couldn't quite see where the bridge was. So the rails help that too, but they also keep you from falling off, obviously, which is nice. And it's wide enough that you can get an animal like a mammoth or something across here if you want to, or dire wolves or whatever. We're going to have dire wolves coming across here, so that should be pretty handy for us. So I've been collecting tons of stone over here by just demolishing these middle nodes and stones that are underneath the middle nodes all along here. In fact, I'm even whacking crystal and things. These will all respawn. These are far enough away that these are all going to respawn. Before I whack them with the hatchet, of course, I get a lot of stone, and that's what I need for this construction. And they'll come back as metal, and I do get some metal and some crystal as well. And I'm throwing those on... in fact, here I am. See, I can't jump. So this is a perfect opportunity for this bridge. But I went ahead and laid down the smithy, and I laid down a temporary small forge just so that I could cook up some of the metal that I'm getting now, because I don't have enough metal yet to make the industrial forge. I'm not ready to place it anyway. So I'm cooking that up, and I also laid down a table with 3 mortar and pestle and to make up some spark powder. And I've been doing that with the flint and stone that I've been finding from doing this mining right here. So this works just fine if I'm not able to jump, if I'm overburdened too much. So I'll continue to build this stuff and continue the construction. You can see from the front, that's kind of what the front profile is going to look like. It's just a facade right now. It's just this front wall. And I went ahead and put windows, actual reinforced windows in the window frames as well. So here's the smithy and the temporary little forge and our mortar and pestle collection. And, of course, the bunk bed I laid down as well. I laid down the bunk bed mostly because I did a fast travel really quickly to my my hill forge, where I have my other industrial forge, the middle one, because I wanted to double-check how tall the forge was. And it's actually 6 tiles tall, 6 walls tall. So I made this one just as big as the industrial, the hill forge. In fact, I think it's going to come out pretty much the exact same design, except I think the hill forge is a little shorter. I think it only comes out about this far. So this is extra depth. So anyway, I'll keep working on this and come back and I have more to show you. Okay, we're back again with a little bit more progress. I love the shot of the blue tower right above my building here. I am building kind of a bird platform up there. As you see, I put a hatch with some ladders up there, and I currently have Emma parked, although her leg is sticking through for some weird reason. It's not going to be open air. The front, I think, facing the tower is going to be open 4 wide. I'll have an open door that's a couple high and 4 wide, maybe 3 high and 4 wide. But then it's going to be basically like a hangar going to the back of the building. So I can park the birds up there when I bring them up and have them relatively safe from any... I don't think you're going to get any RGs up here, but, you might. So I'd like to have them relatively protected. So anyway, I've got the walls up. I don't have the ceiling completely laid in yet, but I thought I would lay some of the materials that I brought with me, some of the items that I brought with me. As you see, I showed you this already. And we've got a lot more metal cooking up here, and I'm just going to dump all this on the smithy for now. And eventually I'll get a fabricator up here as well, and I've already got a generator and so forth. So let's not do the generator yet. Let's go ahead and grab those, though. And, oops, I'm on the wrong one. I wanted to get on Emma, and she's up top there. So I'll go up the ladder and do this. I hate ladders. You know I hate ladders in ARK. Because they're so... Why can't you just run up to them and walk up them like in every other video game? Why do you have to hit a key to get on the ladder? I don't get it. Anyway... we got a vault, we got some of this electrical cable, we got that industrial, we got a couple of air conditioners, we got a light, generator, refrigerator, and I think I'll take this and leave this here too as repair, in case I need to repair my my armor. I hate ladders in ARK. Jump off a little early, there we go. In case I need to repair my fur, I'll put that in there, and I'm going to dump these as well. Not really yet ready to place the electrical stuff, but I would like to place the vault and the industrial cooker. And I'm thinking, let's put this over here and make some more spark powder for the metal, for the forge here. I'm thinking the vault over on this side, kind of like the hill forge as well. It has a vault over on this side as well. So let's bring this back down, do a little cave view, bring it back even further. There we go. Of course, now that I have a ceiling up there, it's kind of getting in my way, isn't it? Better if I didn't have the ceiling. So let me line it up against this wall and try to get it straight where I don't have a ceiling blocking me. I like how I got a little quiet there probably because I pulled away from the mic as if I'm like straining, pulling my neck back to try to look better. God, like that's going to matter. I'm looking at a screen. I don't know. Is that straight already? Looks fairly straight already. I mean, I could see it maybe just a hair to the left, like 1 pixel. Like that's pretty much it. And I can go in just a tiny, tiny bit. Let's go to the left. And let's try to place it. I want to be able to get access to that door. So I want it to start kind of right here, I guess. Just place it. Let's just do it. There we go. There's our storage for up here. I don't think we'll need any other storage. I think that'll be fine. Again, the industrial forge can fit right back there. We've got pretty much everything else we're going to need up here right now. Let's do the industrial cooker. I can either do that over here or over here. I think I'm going to do it right over here, frankly. And we're going to do the same sort of thing we did with the vault, which means we need to go that way quite a bit. Back just a little, back just a little more. Looking pretty straight. Yeah, that looks very straight, actually. Let's come on over. Bump it right up against the vault. And there we go. All right. We got our cooker, we got our vault. We're set. All right, now, I'll do the electricity later. I think I'm going to plant... I don't know where I'm going to put the generator. It might be outside, might be inside. It might be up there in the birds' loft, and I just drop some electricity straight down. I don't know. I haven't figured that out yet. We'll figure that out later. I also want to do some decorative stuff later on. I want to put some torches out here above these doors, for instance, some of the wall torches, that sort of thing. I'm going to have electric lights in here, but I think we're in good shape. I just need to get a bunch more. I ran out of wood, basically. I have plenty of thatch left, and obviously tons of stone. In fact, I was getting a bunch of stone, and I'm going to offload it from Fortunate One into the vault before I head down and go get another load of wood. And I'll just head back to the island where the mammoth is and get wood that way. It's a lot cheaper. So let me do that, and hopefully by the time I come back, this thing will be complete. See you then. Okay, and we're back, and while I've completed most of the major construction, one thing that bugs me is the home buff. See how I've got the home buff? I have the little home icon in the corner. In most places in this house, I either don't have it, or I have it momentarily and then it vanishes. And I think it has to do with these sloped roofs. And you can even see the snow in here. These sloped roofs just aren't weather tight, I guess. They don't provide a home buff when you have them in your roof and you have a lot of gaps and you can see the light coming in. I don't know if that's a factor, but I like the way the sloped roofs look, but you just don't get the buff, and you really kind of need the buff up here. So I'm actually really tempted to get rid of the slope completely and then do a 2-floor thing here where the second floor starts 2 ceilings down and crosses the top of the dyno gate, and then that upper area could be used for something else. It'll be two walls high, so you can fit pretty much anything in there. But right now, it's kind of frustrating. Out here is beautiful, of course. We got our beautiful deck the way I envisioned it with the overhang, and can look out upon the island and from the Eagle's Nest, and it's awesome. Absolutely wonderful, spectacular. Got the great window views as well. So that works great. And I have the part of the landing pad up here, the hangar for the birds. I don't have the ceiling on it yet, and I don't have it fully walled in, but this is the general shape. I think it's going to be that high, which I think is 5 walls. Yeah, 5 walls, which seems to be a good height for a Quetzal with a platform. So I think that's what I'm going to do there. But I'll finish that at some point in the future. But what I think I want to do now is get the wolves. Now notice I put a ramp here because I hate stairs, or ladders. Pardon me, I hate ladders big time. And I had to do a ramp here, and it's such a long distance. Of course, I had to put a foundation here, pillars in the ceiling for it to attach to, so I could do the second part down to the ground. But worked out pretty well. And it's quick access up there. So I think I'll finish that later, but what I want to do is go get our wolves, our direwolf pack, and bring them up here. And I had to put a feeding trough down here. I couldn't put it up there for some reason. I imagine I could have probably put it in the middle of the floor, but I didn't want to. I kept trying to put it along the walls. It wouldn't let me do it. I tried putting it right here. It wouldn't let me do it. Not quite sure why, but it works here too. It'll feed the birds up top, I believe, as well, because it goes up 16 walls, wall heights vertically. So it should work. It should be about the dimensions of the whole structure and a little overflow, so should be able to feed them. So I'm going to go ahead and head down and take my Quetzals back, and then load up the wolves on probably Fortunate One. I'll probably build a temporary platform there for Fortunate One. Try to bring the wolves back, and see you when I get here. Actually, before I get the wolves, it dawns on me I should probably collect a bunch of meat and cook it on a new industrial cooker, which means I want to do two things. I want to kill a bunch of animals and get a bunch of meat, which I'll do starting now with this Megaloceros with Emma. And also I want to go down and, since I'm going to be collecting a bunch of hide here too, I want to go down to the oil fields down here in the north and grab some oil, and then use the forge I have to make some gasoline, which will be useful to run the industrial cooker, the industrial grill, pardon me. The industrial cooker is something else entirely. So I'm going to hunt down a bunch of animals. T-Rex looks fun and tasty. And then run down to the oil fields, collect some oil, make some gas. And that should be a lot of fun. You're pretty low level, aren't you? Yeah, level 8. It's good meat, good meat. Alright, let's keep the hunt going. Okay, we have a bunch of meat, so let's go ahead and gather some oil nodes out here. I like to go out to the island just so I'm not harassed by the stray wolf or T-Rex that decides to jump down. Grab our pickaxe, get a bunch of this oil out here. I love this one because you can walk into it while you're harvesting it. In fact, you have to walk into it while you're harvesting it. If you try to harvest it away from it, it doesn't work. Very strange. So let's grab a bit of oil here. We don't need too much because we're not going to be powering a generator yet. We haven't put the generator up, so I'm just going to get a few nodes, get enough oil, mix it with our hide, and generate some gas for our cooker. Our grill. Gotta keep saying that. I think I want 2 stacks. Find some food. Find some water. Oh no. Oh no. Alright, I'll survive. Let's get another one here. Maybe they'll give us 2 stacks of oil. That would be good to start. And we have 2 stacks of oil. Perfect. 2 plus 1. Alrighty. We've got our gas cooking up. Let's go ahead and grab those 10. Let's go up top here, grab the meat for cooking out of Emma, and I think let's go alphabetically here, and let's throw the prime out to try to get the increased timers we have on our server. If you drop them, you retain the timer of the animal that first picked it up, first harvested it. Well, whoever first harvested it, I didn't want that. I don't want that. So that would be helpful. Looks like they all went down here, which is great, right in front of us. Let's pick up all the primes and cook all that. We don't actually need that for feeding the animals. I'm just going to cook it anyway because no sense in making it go to waste. Just spam the pickup button here. You can see the timers on this meat when I get it up here. I'll show you. Should be better than if I had been the one who harvested them or if I had taken them out of Emma and put them straight into me. And we're getting like 7-minute timers on there, which is pretty good. I don't have the time increased dramatically for here, but it is boosted quite a bit. So if we transfer all items into here, it'll throw the gas can. Actually, it usually throws a gas can, but it didn't throw that gas can. Okay. It'll throw just what can be cooked in the cooker, which is the great thing about this. So let's throw get the regular meat out and throw in some prime and get that cooked. And those cook in batches of 12 or 13 as well. And try to build 2 more walls real fast. Wooden walls. 2, perfect. And I can probably just place them here, I hope. Let's see. Yep, and... yeah, perfect. Alright, we'll just grab hook. And we'll try to get these guys in with hook and see if that does the trick. Like I said, this is temporary. Don't need to worry about perfection here, but oh boy. It didn't so much work as fail. Oh, all the glitching. It's getting annoying. Not enough room around here. Alright, get him out of the way. Okay, one more time, hook. Let's try this. Let's try nosediving straight into the box. See if that'll do the... oh, well, I kind of have to nosedive to nosedive. And this won't work when I Okay, this is going to be really frustrating. Okay, let's try a different approach here. Nope. All right, I'm going to continue to play get the wolves in the box game here at your local carnival, and when I win a stuffed animal, a small stuffed animal, I will be back. Yay! I got one. All right, we managed to get all the wolves in the crate. I won my little stuffed animal, and I'm almost to the eagle's nest. Their new home, at least I think, until the broodmother fight. Now, if they survive, they're probably going to come back. London, I hope he survives, and I hope he comes back. For now, I am going to park right here and knock away these walls and call those guys down. Have them follow me. I'm going to do the trick of a J call for follow all and a Y on Emma, or not Emma, Fortunate One, telling Fortunate One not to follow me. And let's see if these guys follow me down. And they made a huge jumps. I hope none of them fell off the mountain. What do we have here? Do we have a count? Head count. We should have 6. All right, looks like we have 6. All right, come on, guys. See if you can come in here. Come on in here. Don't get stuck. Don't get stuck. All right, I'm going to go ahead and hit you, actually, and I'm going to bring them in one at a time and then right up the others. Come on in here, Paris. Can you get in? Oh, no, they can't get in. So let's call them back out this way. Call a bunch of them out this way. All right, I'll hit you, and I'll just ride them in. So anyway, oh, I'm freezing here, aren't I? Because I'm in my my cloth armor. Boy, these guys are a pain. Animals, too many. All right, one in. And in trough range, good. Being fed by the trough. All right, and 2 in. I'm going to bring the rest of them in, guys. But this has been quite the adventure with the Eagle's Nest. I think we're going to finish out the Eagle's Nest, make it a little better, put some more things in here. We're going to train up the wolves, too. And we might add a couple to the wolf pack. Now that they've nerfed the animals, the tamed animals, quite a bit on their health and on their damage, it's going to be a lot harder, I think, to kill the broodmother with just the 6 that I had. So I think I'm probably going to add to the pack, maybe 2 more, maybe 4 more before we engage the broodmother. But so we're going to spend a little time training these guys up as well. Appreciate you guys watching this video, and I'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.